We talked about plot. Now we got to talk about themes in literature. But keep in mind, themes do not just occur in literature. You can find them everywhere. So what is a theme? So to understand a theme, you have to understand something about stories. And stories are just essays in action. So a theme is a story's overall argument. It's the topic the author is discussing and the author's perspective on that topic. People don't just bang on a keyboard and decide, whoa, I wrote a story. They're trying to tell us something. They're trying to argue a point. So an example is in Ghost by Jason Reynolds, one of the topics that is brought up quite often is fear. And the author's opinion on that topic is that fears must be faced and dealt with. So what is a theme? So a theme is an idea that occurs in or pervades a piece of art, literature, or an area of study. A theme is basically an opinion that an author puts forward on a certain topic or subject. The author will not say this directly, though. It will be stated indirectly through the passages. So the author is not just going to shout, fear, but instead it's going to be all throughout the book. Fear is right there, and it's right there, and it's right there, and it's right there. But how often do these themes occur? So themes can be major ideas, or it can be a minor idea as well. Major themes occur throughout a book, so they bring it up over and over and over again. The F stands for fear. And they are the main message an author is trying to convey. Minor themes might occur in one chapter or another. So maybe the author has a lot of opinions about love, so they talk about it in one chapter. But then never again. So no more love after that. But what's the purpose of finding themes? So themes can help you make connections between ideas and build a deeper understanding of the text. They allow you to read a text through a certain lens. I'm going to try to make it a lens again. That's a lens. Boop, boop, boop. And dive deeper into what the message the author may be trying to tell you. So it's a way of looking at the text. So if you determine that the story is all about how we should end a cycle of violence, that's the theme. That means when you go back and read it a second time, you can look for all the little moments where the author is talking about ending violence. Here's a couple themes that you might be familiar with. So in The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton, maybe the topic is different communities because you got the Socias and you got the Greasers. And the opinion about those different communities is that you shouldn't negatively stereotype people based on their community. Negatively, redundant, as they might prove you wrong. In Finding Nemo, one of the topics is trust. That's why Nemo runs away in the first place. And the author's opinion, or the writer's opinion rather, is you have to know when to let go of fear and trust that others can support themselves. And in history, compromise and oppression is something you're talking about quite a bit. So what are some different perspectives on compromise and oppression that you've been talking about so far in history? Man, this theme stuff sounds complicated though. How do I find them? So number one, you got to think about the plot, the characters, and the overall subjects of the story and how frequently they're mentioned. If we keep talking about fear, that's probably a subject. What is the conflict? How does the character change from the beginning to the end? So what is the main problem that they're trying to solve? After considering the above, find topics in the story that connect to these plot elements, these characters, or these subjects. What topics and ideas keep coming up over and over and over again that the character has to address? As a quick hint, this is why we gotta know about plot. I told you the first two steps, now we gotta talk about the other two. So number one, you got to determine the author's opinion about those topics and subjects. So how does the author answer the big question? This is the conflict. What is the author trying to tell me about life? What about life do they want me to know? So themes are usually universal truths about different ideas. They're trying to tell me things about life. They're arguing something about life. Once you've figured out those first three questions, the last step is pretty straightforward. You combine the topic that keeps coming up over and over again and the opinion to create a theme. That does say opinion. So an example from Harry Potter is family. They talk a lot about family in Harry Potter, and the opinion is anybody can be your family. Therefore, the theme is your family is not just related to you by blood. Some quick notes about theme. So theme does not equal the topic. Your topics in a book might lead to a theme, but you have to add the author's message or opinion to find the theme. Your theme should be some kind of universal truth about life. What is the author trying to tell you about life as a whole? What points are they arguing?